involved with David?
There's a longer story. The short story is, I think the people making this film were looking for adult David for a while and had gone through a few options. They needed to find the right guy, and I think they were looking in the Broadway world and maybe in the acting world, and someone suggested, what if you look for people in the world that are already singing David's songs as a part of their job? And that's what I've been doing since I was 13 years old, leading worship and singing songs based on his songs. And so I think I got on a list somehow. And then a friend of a friend of a friend told me I was on this list and said, hey, if you want a shot, you should call this guy. He's the casting director, Ned Lott. And I sent him a voice memo saying, hey, when I heard about this, something inside of me just lit on fire. And I'm also unoffendable. So you can tell me I'm horrible, but I would love a shot. David's my middle name. I've been singing his songs forever. He's my favorite character in the Bible, short of Jesus. And he's like, well, what are you doing tonight? And so we got on a Zoom call. He ran me through some lines. That was a whole other story in itself. But by the end, he's like, man, I think I might have heard David poke out there. Did another audition a few weeks later. They did the don't call us, we'll call you thing, which I thought was like, okay, I probably didn't get it. But a few weeks later, I got a call saying, hey, what's your middle name again? And I said, David. And I know it's such a movie guy thing to do, right? All drama. And there's like, well, how would you like that to be your first name in this movie? I was like, that's amazing.
How did you go about encapsulating David as a character? And did you feel any sense of like responsibility to portray this character to the world? Like, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I felt a huge amount of responsibility. And also since this was my first time doing anything like this, I just really leaned on the people making the movie to like, it took me a while to believe I could even do it, honestly. Even after they said you got the part, I would go in and I'm like, you guys, you can still tell me because I believe in Christian media. I believe in telling these stories, and what I've seen in this movie was so beautiful. I just want it to be amazing for the world, for my kids, whether I was a part of it or not. And it was when they said, Phil, we chose you not to act as someone else. We love your spirit. We believe you have a connection with God, especially through songs, just like David did, and we want you to be you. We'll help you a little bit with maybe inflection, but how would you say it? How would you say this to your dad if your dad turned on you, you know? And that really helped me with Saul. And then how would you say this in this moment? If you were alone out in the wilderness, like what would you say to God? And they just had to put me in a place of like me being honest, not like trying to be David, just me being honest. And like, we already love your spirit, and we believe it has something that David had too. We just want you to be you, but we'll help you with the inflection a little bit, you know.
Was there any moment through this process that maybe was more emotional than you anticipated, or a moment with David that was just more emotional that kind of caught you off guard maybe?
Yeah, singing the songs was way more emotional than I expected, and also way more challenging. For people that don't know, I've been signed as an artist, as a singer. I mean, I've got like 10, 11 records out. I've been doing it since I was 20 years old professionally. I'm 41 now. So singing is something I've gotten really accustomed to in front of a microphone. And so I thought after I did all the acting, okay, now the easy, fun part. So I flew out to New York, learned all the songs, thought I knew exactly how I was going to do it. And within the first 2 minutes, they stopped recording. Like, Phil, you sound like you're trying to sing really well as Phil Wickham. We need to get you back in the place where you were David, and you were feeling his emotion, and you're not singing first. You're telling stories and acting first with song. And that I didn't know what that even meant, because I'm so used to getting a great vocal across with emotion, but not telling a story, not being a character. And so that was challenging, but we had 2 days, and by the second day, I think I had gotten in the groove of it. And there's a moment at the end of the movie where David sings, it's right of a psalm, the Lord is my light, whom shall I fear? And in the context of what's happening, and David giving up himself, and the truth of that, and what I kind of was going through in my life, I broke down and started crying, and I don't even know why. I'm not like a really emotional guy. I mean, I'm kind of emotional, and it was funny because I was like, the Lord is, and it just had this wave of emotion. I kind of keel over, and the guys are like, what's wrong? What's going on? Phil, where'd you go? And then they came in, they're like, oh, like he's crying. This is weird. But I think it was God's presence. And I think God is all over this movie, and I think a lot of people are going to be inspired by it.
Is there some message or any theme that you hope audiences will take away from the film?
I really love the theme that I think the film magnifies of a shepherd, where David's a shepherd, and even in the midst of his bravery and faith and his warrior's heart, he always has this compassionate thing where he sees people and sees sheep. And David says the same thing about God in his psalm. And a lot of us know it, Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. And what an amazing place to be. It's where I want to be, and I'm not often where to say because we're kind of professional wanters. My kids are professional wanters. They want everything, especially around Christmas, And to be in a place of I am totally satisfied in the truth that God is my shepherd and let him do with me and give me what he wants, that's a crazy thing to say. And that my shepherd, he knows what's best for me, that he's going to stand with me, actually even stand in front of me when I stand in front of the Goliath in my life. So the idea that we're not alone, that God is our shepherd, that he cares for us, that people might leave the theater with that sense in their heart would be really cool.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's such a wonderful movie. You did a fantastic job.
Oh, thanks.
We're just really grateful for all the work you've been doing.
My pleasure.